Hello everyone, welcome to Best Side Cycling. We're here at UW and then they have a bike valley set up here today. Even though it's going to get a lot more rainy, people still definitely out riding their bikes, and I love seeing the variety of them. They host it every home game. I think they heard them say probably like 7 times a year, so pretty neat. Really love to see it. This is I think a really big step to get people to start commuting. So yeah, definitely check it out if you're ever going to a UW Husky game. And I even managed to bring my mask here today, so I brought the right kit somehow, but I am not a actual Huskies. Here's another look of how many bikes there are. I just counted the amount of bikes in the front row and guessed for the whole group, easily about like 150 bikes. So that's really neat. Just imagine what 150 cars would look like and the amount of space that this takes. So I really encourage the city to do more of this. And if you know of places that do bike valet, leave them in the comments below. I'm sure others will really appreciate it. But yeah, I've definitely learned during my time here in Seattle that UW home games are sort of a big community event, and well, sometimes would lead to situations like this with a ton of e-scooters, bike shares right next to the trail. This is probably one of the slight downsides of having a dockless system, but at least I'm glad that people are riding their bikes and things like that. So we're here on the Burke Gilman heading to Counterbalance Bicycles. Today is actually their last day of business. They have a closeout sale, 30% or more off everything. Decided to make the trek from the east side even though it's raining and it's really windy, because moreover from the deals, Counterbalance was sort of part of my beginner's journey into cycling. Basically, when I first started riding maybe 6 years ago, I didn't really know what I was doing at all, and I lived pretty close to the Burke Gilman, and it was where I really got started. So one day I was just going along and then my bike shifting just went really wonky, like it was like automatic, completely shifting on every other pedal stroke. Couldn't really do anything, but luckily I just randomly saw this bike shop, so I walked in. The person took my bike, just seemed to have some magic fingers, dialed the barrel adjusters that I didn't know anything about at the time, and then it started working again, and they didn't even charge me for it. So definitely left a positive impression, especially since I can remember so vividly even today, and one of the many reasons why I'm so passionate about getting people on bikes, and why I believe bike shops are just vital pieces of infrastructure. So I hope we can support them where we can. Alright, so we made it to our destination here at Counterbalance. Today is their, I think, last day in business with the closeout sale. So I sort of wanted to send them off as well as just check out what's inside. So let's go. So at this point, I was a little kid in a candy shop, as there was still a lot of stuff left, and it definitely all caught my eye. For those of you that follow the channel a lot, you know at this point that I have quite a lot of bikes. So when that happens, you always get tempted by just like sort of the peripherals to each one, like tires or brake pads, stuff like that. And they even had shoes here that I was sort of tempted by. All the sizes left were like my size, the size 38, so that's sort of funny to me because I never see those usually. So the fact that those are what's left sort of makes sense. And then of course helmets, everything else. But I definitely think I showed a bit of restraint, but I still end up staying here a long longer time than I thought I would. But it is unfortunate because this shop I think was here for like 20 years, and their location is just so prime with just how many recreational cyclists passing by this area. Seattle Bike Blog did put a longer form article about the reasons why this shop is closing in particular, but I really hope that in the future retail stores still have a strong place in Seattle. But yeah, that's about it for what I need to shop for, so let's check out. Alright, so we ended up spending a lot more time in there than I expected. Picked up a lot of different consumables, brake pads, inner tubes, stuff like that. Really great shop. I'm not sure to see it go, so hopefully there'll be things more like it, but that's probably where we're going to cap off today's vlog. So hope you've enjoyed that. Another really cold, windy fall day.